Greetings pimps. Today we have a video on the human obsession with infamy. Now we've all seen people saying we shouldn't give the perp of a crime any light of day, but this extends to many walks of life, not just mass crime. For instance, here on YouTube as of recent years, exposing scams that may or may not be related to another YouTuber has gained big popularity. In fact, people even believe those who make said types of videos are intelligent. Infamy is exploited both ways. The scammer in question, be it a company or individual, as well as the YouTuber making the expose video, gain dopamine, which they are likely addicted to due to prolonged and frequent internet usage, as well as potential monetary gains through ad venue. Now, me personally, I would never put ads on a video in general, let alone one meant to expose a scam. Any YouTuber who puts ads on videos exposing a scam is a clown, not to be taken seriously. One needs to look no further for an example than the recent FTX debacle. Many a channel has crapped out a video plastered with ads and other monetization talking about the whole FTX scandal. In fact, I saw so many in my recommended, I decided to make a troll parody video of the subject you should check out. As I have said in previous videos, there is nothing wrong with exposing scams. You simply should not be taken seriously. If you monetize such videos or make the videos longer than 60 seconds, as one should not only not want to give scammers more infamy, but anything over that amount for a scam exposing video guarantees you are appealing to emotion or authority somewhere in there and not using only logic. Not to mention, having ads on such videos makes it obvious you care more about revenue than what the video is supposed to expose. The infamy problem stems into many other facets and niches as well. There are countless channels based solely around talking about crimes, criminals, accidents, etc. One should not need this example explained too much further, as even your average normie can understand. Giving crimes clout is exactly what many so-called criminals want: infamy and dopamine from that. In this case, people who make such videos get to feed their own dopamine addictions by talking about crimes, as it makes them feel above the criminal as well as those affected by it. In a strange way, it makes them feel impervious to such a crime and quells the human desire for safety, if but for a moment. This also takes place in the scam exposing example, as the YouTuber clearly believes they are not only smarter than the scammer, but the scammed too, giving them that sweet dopamine hit their addicted brain craves every second of their existence. The saddest part of this example is these NPCs will literally say, yeah, we shouldn't give these criminals infamy yet. We'll sit and watch an entire feature-length video about them and then go on a rant the next breath about how we need more laws from their god, the state, to keep people safe. It's all for dopamine and money, folks, don't forget it. Lastly, we have a calm example, and that's video game YouTubers. No, not Let's Players or those who stream games, but those who make constant drivel-filled content, whining about how bad a game or dev is. This can also extend to sports-related channels and the like. We get it, bro, your dopamine addiction isn't being properly attended to by a giant billion-dollar corporation, and you desperately need that dopamine void filled with comments, likes, and ad revenue. Giving free attention to bad games and devs is exactly what keeps them afloat and more spawning. Look no further than the Diablo Immortal debacle. Did any of these YouTubers whining change the monetization of the game? No, of course not. In fact, all the so-called negative attention increased its revenue by getting more eyes on the product. Even if only 1 in every 10,000 people who see a negative video try or buy a game out of curiosity, it's a victory. In fact, getting complainers still play the games of and still watch people who stream said games. If any of these NPCs genuinely thought a game or dev was a detriment to the video game space, so to speak, or was even bad, they would not only never talk about it but never watch any videos on it, never make videos on it, never play it, and never watch or support anyone who has ever done so, no matter if they play a different game or only hate on the bad game or dev. I would avoid anyone who makes content crying about a video game dev or game. But hey, you're just reporting the news though. Right? LOL, nice excuse, you addict. Even a tweet calling the game bad and never making content on it is still too much, but I digress, as NPCs who follow such creators would not be able to understand that not mentioning a game after you know the person played it means it's bad in their opinion. Gotta get dopamine from having a YouTuber or streamer agree with you though, right? This extends to TV shows and movies too, but there is no reason to continue listing things as we have come to the end of the video. Sadly, these infamy-loving dopamine hogs will never comprehend this or even care, as they get money and dopamine for making such drivel content. Everybody agrees giving infamy to so-called evil people is bad until it comes down to giving it to people while feeding their own dopamine addiction. Unfortunately, this is the human condition. Pretending to care while appealing to emotion and authority, all the while raking in ad revenue. Don't worry, these people might make a big deal once in a while about not putting ads or advertising anything on a certain so-called super important video to make themselves feel like they aren't participating in the degradation of the human mind. But hey, what's a little constantly supporting those you claim to hate or dislike by giving them free attention and infamy when you get a fat dosage of dopamine out of it? You're a journalist though, right? Great genuine content, right? LMAO. Dopamine addicts, the lot of them. Anyways, pimps, I hope you all enjoyed. We out.